volunteer because I love the extreme youth.
Okay, I was looking for a way to volunteer to do something in the church other than just attend every Sunday, and the opportunity came up to work in the AV booth, and it seemed interesting, and I just jumped in.
The reason I volunteer is I do it in my mom's memory, and I feel good because I've done something for someone else.
Service is the unspoken rent we all owe to our community.
I volunteer because it's gratifying. And sometimes I volunteer because I want to and it's something I want to do. And sometimes I volunteer because I'm asked, don't necessarily want to, but it's something I need to do.
I volunteer because I like to help. I like to create.
I volunteer because I don't have a full-time job.
I volunteer because I felt like the Holy Spirit was bringing me towards helping other people in the community.
I've always wanted to be able to give back.
I volunteer because I know there's so many people in Greene County that need help.
I volunteer for this church because there's such a need for volunteers. We come into this society to give back to it what we take from it.
I think everyone has a talent, and I guess my talent is organizing. We have such a good group here, good friends, that it's fun to work with them.
They're wonderful folks to fellowship with, and it's a great way to serve the Lord.
And each time that I'm able to do something that lightens their load, even if it's trivial, makes me feel real good. I love my church.
Just a calling I feel like I have and enjoy.
I get a wonderful breakfast once a month prepared by Marvin and Neil at our United Methodist Men Breakfast. Now, I volunteer because I was asked and I felt a calling by God to serve and lead, which matches to my identified spiritual gifts. Also, it's provided an opportunity to get more actively involved in our wonderful church.
We visited a church that really wasn't very friendly, and we said at that time we wanted to make sure that the next church we attended was a friendly church, and this one surely is.
I feel like that I'm helping to do the Lord's work. I read an article the other day in a magazine about volunteering. It said that about 76% of Americans who volunteer said that this makes them feel younger than they are. Well, when I'm volunteering, I feel like I'm about 65. So what better way can you knock off 20 years? You ought to try it.
Why do I volunteer? Now that's a question I ask myself sometimes too, because it's not always easy to get involved. But oftentimes there's a need that will present itself in some way. And someone may ask me, will you get involved with this? Or maybe I feel just kind of a stirring inside that says, Marcia, this is it. I want you to do it.
My grandmother, she wanted me to become a missionary. And I'm mainly serving because Christ has called me to serve.
I volunteer because this church is very important to me, just like it is to the other members and even to the community at large. I've always had the theory that if you want to be a part of a church and get your ideas across and just help, then the best way to do it is be on a committee.
I volunteer because it allows me to connect with my community in which I love, and it also gives me the privilege to be around people the same maturity level as I am. 33 is the new 15.
You ought to try it.